Hi, I'm Joe James. Welcome to part 3 of my series on quadratic equations. In this video, we're going to learn the zero product property. Zero product property basically says that anything times 0 equals 0. So if we have the product of two binomials and one of those two binomials evaluates to 0, let's say this is 0, then we don't care what the second binomial evaluates to. It could be 1,000,000. The product of those two will be 0. In other words, if the first binomial is 0 and the second binomial we don't care what it is, then the product will be 0. And if the second binomial is 0, then we don't care what the first binomial evaluates to, because the product will be 0. So this is important for us. What this says is that we can set x plus 3 here equal to 0 and solve for it, and that will be one solution to this equation. So let's try that. X plus 3 equals 0. Now we'll solve for x. Well, all we need to do is subtract 3 from both sides of the equation and solve for x. Let's see, those cancel each other out. This gives us x equals -3. So that's one solution to this equation, right? And let's test that. Let's put in -3. -3 plus 3. Well, that already equals 0, right? And then -3 plus 5 equals 0. Now this is equal to 2, and this is equal to 0. So 0 times 2 equals 0. So yes, that holds true, right? 0 times 2 is 0. Okay. The solution x equals -3 is one solution. There's another one where we set x minus 5 equals 0. Let's try that. X minus 5 equals 0. Now we'll add 5 to both sides. And let's see, those 5s are going to cancel each other out because we have a -5 and a +5. So x equals 5. So those are our two solutions. X equals -3 and x equals 5. So we could write this as a solution set in set notation as -3, 5 is the solution set for this binomial equation here. And we're going to use the zero product property almost every time we solve a quadratic equation. So let's try a couple more practice problems. Find all solutions to the equation x plus 7, x minus 5. Well, the zero product property tells us that x plus 7 equals 0, then the whole thing equals 0. So let's just set x plus 7 equal to 0 and solve for x. All we have to do is subtract 7 from both sides, and we get x equals -7. And the second one, x minus 5 equals 0. Okay. Now we can just add 5 to both sides of the equation. Watch an equal sign there. Add 5 to both sides. And those cancel each other out on the left, and we just get x equals 5. So those are our two solutions. Again, we could write this as in set form as -7, 5 is the solution set. Let's try another one. Okay, find all solutions to the equation 2x minus 10, x plus 12. Ooh, this is a little bit trickier because there's a coefficient of x, but it's really still the same thing. So 2x minus 10, and we just set that equal to 0. Guess what? We just need to add 10 to both sides and then divide by 2. So plus 10, then those 10s are going to cancel each other out, right? Plus 10 on the right. We get 2x equals 10, and then we divide by 2, we get x equals 5. So that's one solution. X plus 12 is the other. X plus 12 equals 0, and then all we need to do is subtract 12 from both sides, -12, and this gives us x equals -12. So if we want to write this as a solution set, we could write it as the set of all solutions for this equation is -12 and 5. I hope this video was helpful for you. If so, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm Joe James. Thanks for watching.